Talk about consistent good work out here in these streets. It's Power 105.1. My guest today, Michael K. Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, talk about.
What up?
We were just talking in the room about consistent good work.
Yeah, man.
You have been doing consistent good work since, I don't know, how old were you on The Wire, by the way?
Oh, man. I was like, what, 30, 32?
Were you already in your 30s?
Yeah, maybe. It was like, what, 2002, 2001 we started filming that? I
don't know why I think it's so much longer ago. It feels like so long ago.
Yeah.
But even before that, you were working, yes? Or was that wasn't your first gig, was it?
It was what we considered my breakout role.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nobody really knew who I was before The Wire.
And then your life changed.
Yeah.
Then you was in these streets.
Yeah, I had to clean it up a little bit. I had to clean it up a lot after The Wire.
What do you mean clean it up? What did you do?
I was reckless. You know.
By the way, you were on The Wire, that we would expect you to be somewhat reckless.
Yeah, but I was reckless.
Like what?
I was out there wilding, partying, just being stupid, young.
Like girls, you mean, or women, or drugs?
Drugs,
or, really?
Yeah, party. I like the strip clubs, all that kind of reckless stuff.
Like those Hollywood star type of drugs.
I've done damn near everything but put a needle in my arm.
Really?
And yeah, when President Obama had mentioned my name, that when I realized that I was catching his the President of the United States' attention from my work. And, I just thought it was time for me to, clean up and grow up.
People mess around with drugs like that and then don't recover from that. They get lost in that whole world.
Yeah, I'm very blessed. I'm just blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to be able to be a man in my family, my mom, my kids, everybody. And then to be here at this junction in my career, to have a platform like this is just it's like I'm blessed, man. I'm grateful because it didn't have to be this way.
It's like The Wire on like DVD or anything?
Yeah, The Wire's still on DVD.
You can get a full, and Boardwalk too?
Yeah, I believe so.
You would know. You're a fan. He might be one of the biggest Boardwalk Empire
HBO now.
It's on HBO now? Is it? Okay, good. So y'all could catch up if you missed any of the episodes. Okay. Do you watch them ever? Do you watch The Wire ever? No.
Yeah.
Too weird?
It's a hard show to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hard show. For me, I'm too personally connected to that show. I can't just watch it. It's intense for me.
You were going through a lot of shit at that time.
And rest in peace, Little Melvin Williams. Little Melvin Williams from Baltimore. We just lost another brother from the cast of The Wire. He was the real Little Melvin Williams. They had like a American Gangster episode about his life and what he did, in the drug trade in his early years. But he has since paid his dues to society, came home, was doing a lot of good in the community. He had, in fact, one of his real estates was right in Ground Zero in Baltimore where the riots went down, man. I was just there like a month before that it all happened, chilling with him. So rest in peace to Little Melvin Williams. Shout out to Baltimore and all my brothers and sisters on The Wire. I love y'all. Shout out to Felicia Pearson, a.k.a. Snoop. What up, baby?
So everybody's still out here, too. Idris getting nominations.
Yeah, come on.
Mac Wilds.
Mac Wilds, that's my little brother, Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
my
bro.
gosh.
We doing the thing.
He's killing it right now.
Yeah, he's killing him. So proud of him. So proud of my little brothers, man. They doing it.
What was he, 4 years old? How old was he on The Wire?
Nah, he played Wallace.
No, I know. It wasn't 4. I knew he wasn't 4, but he was young.
He was young. They all were.
In his teens. He was a teenager.
Yeah, teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I watched them all grow up, man. It's crazy. We all growing up.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then you are an ambassador.
Yeah, just me trying to part of the beginning of the interview, trying to get my life together and be more responsible as an adult. I had took on this responsibility to be the ambassador to the ACLU to help end, mass incarceration.
Because the prison systems are insanely full with nonviolent people.
It's insanely full with nonviolent people, but in particularly people who are either mentally ill or who have drug addiction, like I once was, like just trying to go cop drugs, to not doing anything violent, to just wrong place, wrong time, or just nonviolent people who were just trying to make their money, not hurting anybody. Not saying I'm condoning anything, but we don't need to be filling our prisons with like just all these non-violent, and for so long we're making people felons.
Because it doesn't help them. It doesn't help us.
Anybody.
Then we have to pay for it, taxpayers,
help.
And then it doesn't help anybody.
It's crazy. Like 5% of the world's population is incarcerated. You got 25% of the people that are incarcerated are in the United States, and then 82% of that are males incarcerated in America. And then I wonder, how many of those males are people of color, Hispanic or black. It's just, I think there's another way of doing things. I think not saying that, there's not a need for the prison system, but if we can offset some of that with maybe more drug rehabilitation centers.
Did you have drug rehabilitation when you said you did?
Yeah, I did my fair share of rehabs and detoxes. I am nobody's angel. Anybody that knows me will tell you the same thing. I'm still a work in progress.
That's why that's why you can relate to, because you feel the compassion.
Yeah,
that could have been you.
I feel it. And mental illness. I got that's touched my family on a very close level too. And I just think that people with those types of issues, those are health issues, not social issues. And they should be in facilities that deal with that have people or experts who deal with mental illness or deal with addiction, and not just lump them all
throw them in a prison with violent criminals.
Because it's not helping anybody. It's not helping the situation.
You're still in Brooklyn too, right?
Still in Brooklyn, born and bred.
How do they treat you in the streets of Brooklyn? Just people just scream out different character names, and
once in a while, if it's after 11, 12 o'clock at night, you get turned up. Like, yo, Omar. But,
do you like that? Or is it annoying?
I keep it moving.
I
keep it moving. I say what's up, but I'm really by myself with a small crew. I don't roll.
Yeah.
I don't roll with the masses.
And so what now? So I know, well, of course, you had amazing success with Boardwalk Empire, and then now you're doing a couple of things. I know the Ghostbuster movie looks like it's going to be a huge deal.
Ghostbusters is going to be crazy.
It's shot already and everything.
We shot it's all in the can. Shout out to Melissa McCarthy, this sister from Saturday Night Live, Leslie Jones. She's crazy.
The cast is nuts.
The cast
for the movie
is retarded, man. Those girls are really doing their thing, man.
Have you seen it yet? Like, is
no,
it good?
No. I mean, we just wrapped that in Boston a few months ago. I'm quite sure they're still in post and putting all the editing, the finishing touches to it.
Sometimes with those movies, like when you remake a classic joint, it could go either way.
It's hit or miss. I mean,
it could go either way.
I've seen some strange things in Hollywood. You think it's going to be a hit, and it's just you do your best, and then you divorce it, keep it moving. That's all you could do.
Wow, I'm excited about that. And then what else? You have a project with Vice?
Yeah, man, I'm really excited about what I'm doing at the people with at Vice TV. So if you may have heard the show on HBO, Vice TV, with Shane
they do
and
dope.
HBO,
Super
dope editorials and issues about what's going on in the world. They took that success and created a network that's going to be launching in I would say, if I was a betting man, I would say late February, early March of next year, 2016.
Okay.
And it's called Viceland, and my show is Black Market. And it's just.
Is it a scripted show or it's like a reality?
No,
it's like a news, like a real talk.
Real talk. Yeah, right. No, it's real talk. I'm in the
like
trenches.
A doc kind of.
Like a doc. It's very much in the same forum that the Vice TV is on HBO, but in different arenas, different topics.
What you talking about?
I can't really say what the black markets are, but basically when I tell you I've been around the world, man. We've done some stuff in Africa, some stuff in the UK, and we've done a few stories here in the US, man. And the people I've met, the stories that I've gotten, man, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart.
Wow, that sounds. When is that? When can we see that?
It's going to start airing the episode. I don't know when my show is going to start airing per se, but the network it officially is going to start airing. It's going to launch in I believe late February or early March of 2016, and the network is called Viceland.
Dope.
And my show is Black Market.
A lot of people probably don't know that you have didn't you have a history with Tupac? Didn't you know Tupac when you was real young or something?
I didn't really know Tupac. He kind of sort of discovered me. He just gave me my first job as an actor. He literally
that's,
just saw
by the
my
way,
picture.
not a small. That's a big thing. You should say that in every interview.
But I wish I had
if Tupac gave me my first
story.
job, I would say that anytime anybody asked me about my career.
Yeah,
throw that around, Michael.
If Angie says I can throw it around, I'm
you
gonna throw it around.
So wait, he hired you for what?
He hired me for this film he was doing in New York called Bullet. That was at the time it was starring him and Mickey Rourke, and he wanted.
Oh,
they
yes.
were looking for someone to play the role of his little brother. And he saw a Polaroid picture of me at the production studio. Was like, "Yo, go find this dude." And he had the directors rewrite his character, made him take out the eye. He wore the eye patch like Slick Rick.
Mm-hmm.
He did that so he wanted to look menacing like me because I had the scar on my face. Like, yo, these two dudes look thugged out. One got a missing eye. Dude got a scar, $150.
Yeah, he was into that.
He was into that. So he kind of go find the dude, man. And I came in, auditioned for it, and I booked it. But that's pretty much. I wish I had like me and Pac used to go rolling stories.
You're a professional actor. You can make it up. You can tell us all types of shit. We're not gonna know.
Yeah,
You'll be like, that time we was drinking Thug Passion. Nobody's gonna know, Mike. Nobody's gonna know.
I tried to get I tried to get I smoked a blunt with Pac moment. Remember me, right? So I was like, Mike, how do you go about it? Because I was too shy just to go, yo, Pac, smoke a blunt with me. So I had to try to manipulate and kind of to finagle the situation. So I said, I got it. I'm gonna come to work with the weed, and I'm gonna conveniently forget the blunt, and I'm gonna knock on his trailer, and he gonna say, yo, I got a blunt. I'm gonna say, you want burn? And he gonna invite me into the trailer, and we gonna smoke and chill.
How'd that go?
Man, I knocked on that door. I interrupted his conversation. He would go, what? I said, blunt, Pac, you got a blunt? Nah! Damn, slammed that door. Went back to talking. I was like, damn, that didn't work too well.
But you have a story, though, is the point.
Story.
You still have it's not the story you were hoping for. Yeah. When I did my Pac interview, he had a box of Newports there. Yeah. And I usually back in the day I would smoke every now and then, so I smoked Newports, and then I took the pack of cigarettes with me and I took it home so I could be like, these are Pac's Newports.
I got a Pac
They're still in like my storage area somewhere.
Seriously?
Yeah, all dried up and shit.
Man, your career, bro, the history that you have brought to and the class you brought to hip hop, you. The way you've always kept it 100. I never forget the first time like I heard like Dead Air on the radio.
That was my show.
It was you.
Oh, great.
But, you were you had just found out about Jam Master Jay.
Oh wow.
And I remember like I was in Jay had called me with his partner Derek Pridgeon. Shout out to DP Bronx Stand Up. It was him, Derek Pridgeon, and Winston Sinclair. They had formed this production company. Jay and Derek had called me just like maybe halfway through the wire, and they was like, yo.
Wait, who's Derek?
Derek Pridgeon was his writing partner. Jam Master had a little production team outside of music. He did films. So Derek Pridgeon and Jam Master Jay had called me on the radio, on the phone one day, and was like, yo, we love you. Jam Master Jay was the first celebrity that told me they liked my work on the wire, and I was like, I almost crashed. I was like my head got. I was like, "What? This is happening? The Jay is calling me like someone." So like they were like, "Yeah, dude, we like your work," and he had this idea of putting Omar on the wire on wax and me spitting in character, and I was like, "Bet I'm gonna become a star. I'm going to the studio with Jam Master Jay," and DP was like, "Nah, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take you to Harlem, and I'm gonna make sure you know your way around a recording studio, so you don't waste my man's time." That was like 3 months of intense arguing and frustration because neither one of us were rappers. He's a writer. I'm an actor. Neither one of us knew how to reference rap. So that took several months, because developing a flow is not easy.
Yes,
Shout out to all MCs. So we finally got something that was worthy of Jay's ears. And we left 116th Street. He went to his car. I went to my car. Turned on my truck. And there you were, sobbing. And he was on his way to go and play this track for Jay. He never got a chance to hear.
Oh, wow.
And I just, but I mean, just, your legacy goes on and on. I could tell you so many different moments of just like history and hip hop that you were there for. And you've reported to me honestly, and I've always taken your word to be truth.
Thank you, man. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much. It's crazy when people feedback. That's like the dopest thing to me ever. Because you be in a room, you be talking to the mic, you don't know who's out there sometimes.
Yeah, we out there.
And so when people,
we listen.
And so when people, bring me back to places, this is just dope. That's really great.
You
the shit, Mike. So we got we look forward to. Give me the recap. We got the Ghostbusters coming out. The Vice special.
It's a Vice network. It's
Vice
It's
network.
a series. It's going to be
but
another
your series.
Season. Yeah, Black Market with Vice Land.
It's a dope name.
I'm in London right now.
Rick Ross has an album out called Black Market.
Shout out to
you think he bit that from you? You think he bit that from you?
Yeah,
Black
probably.
Market.
I'm not gonna say I own the rights to Black Market. You know what I mean? It's out there. But and I'm out in London right now shooting Assassin's Creed for all you gamers out there, man. It's going to be pretty dope.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm wrapping up that now in London.
Didn't you do the Western too?
Yeah, it's the we did the Notorious 9. Shout out to Erykah Badu, my family, James Samuel. We it's a family. We still working on the sequel to that, the full length feature with Idris and all of us, man. We working on that. That's definitely
good.
In the.
Isn't Nas EPing something that you're in with Erykah?
Yeah, no, actually, yeah. Shout out to my boy, Stephen Cappell. He just wrote and directed this film about these young 4 skateboarder kids from Ohio. It's called The Land. It's based on a true story. And Nas, he saw immense talent in this young brother and got behind him, man. And we building a fortress around this brother. I got a lot of hope for his talent, man. Look out for Stephen Cappell, young brother out of Cleveland, Ohio. And Nas got behind this film called The Land. He produced it. I think he's gonna do the soundtrack with these kids. The lead kid is a phenomenal MC. Just it's an incredible amount of young talent.
And Erica's in it too, right?
Erica's in it. Shout out to my sister, Baduism. She's in it.
That's so dope.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I have to ask you this before you go, especially as people watch it, but like somebody who's trying to be an actor, young boy from Brooklyn. What do you tell somebody who's trying to start a career, that dreams to have a career like you've had?
I love it because of the process. I fell in love with the process of creating characters. For me, the craft, it was like church for me, theater.
Mm-hmm.
So me being in New York City, one of the greatest theater cities in the world, we got access to all these different like off-Broadway companies and little theater companies. So I was introduced to that very early on in my career, and I soaked it up like a sponge, and I absorbed all the knowledge of how to create characters. And when I started applying that to film and television, it kind of like, I had a very sharp knife coming into Hollywood as a, become a television or screen actor because of my training from theater and because of my love of the process of creating characters. That's
so get to the craft first. People want to just be a star, right? They just want to be on TV.
Yeah.
They want to have a lot of likes on Instagram.
Yeah,
But work on that craft.
You know what they say? Lifestyle, right? Rock star lifestyle. Mike don't make it.
Mike don't make it.
This is a lot. It's a gritty job.
Work on that craft.
It's a gritty job. And when you chase, but for me, chasing the work, wanting to be a part of good work, being a part of a good team, quality actors, always surrounding myself with the best people. For what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be known for in this business it's what keeps me going. I believe has what's gotten me here. There you go.
Yeah, you're here, fam. Yeah. It's all right. You're here.
Yeah.
You don't gotta impress nobody. You're here already.
Damn it, I'm here.
Well, I adore you, man. I'm so happy for all your success.
Thank you.
Hopefully, when does the Ghostbusters? Maybe we do something around that time
man,
if you're around.
Family. Shout out to my big bro Rondé. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. We'll definitely come back. I believe that's dropping sometime.
We have many family members around there, of course, but also James, and we have lots of mutual friends.
We the tribe. We call ourselves the tribe, the gods. You know what I mean?
I mean, the boy in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You're not too far. You can stop by. This could be a house. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Whenever
That's
you
my
want.
brother. That's fam. For real, for real.
Come through whenever, baby.
No doubt.
All right, Michael K. Williams. Woo! It's Power 105.1.